Hey everybody, my name is Leah Swanberg and I'm the founder of Canadian Fertility Consulting. If you are watching this video, first of all, I am so sorry that we are here and that you are watching this having had unsuccessful transfers, unsuccessful matches. You have chose to move forward without the surrogate that you started with. I know that coming to those realizations, to those decisions, having those decisions made for you can be really heartbreaking. And I can only imagine that each day feels like a month of waiting. I have had some great questions and some great conversations lately, and I wanted to share the information with you as you are moving through this process of restarting, rematching, or rejoining our program. So first and most importantly, many of you have asked why in the past you saw so many surrogates, why you matched so quickly, and now getting started again, why it's taking so long, why there are fewer surrogates than before, and basically what's up with that. So our social media might be too good. And the reason I say that is 9 out of 10 of our surrogates, so 9 out of 10 surrogates that join our program, join with people in mind. They join having seen a video, having seen an interview that I have done with a client, and they have come in for them. Or they have commented on the video, the interview, and connected directly with intended parents who have then loved them, and they've all come back in together. And while that's fantastic for many intended parents, for those of you who aren't comfortable on social media, it can be tough. You're seeing other people rematch, you're seeing these interviews, you're seeing these videos shared, and you're wondering, what can I do if I'm not comfortable on social media? The answer is simple. Do the interview, do the videos, do the Canva lookbook, and be shared through our email list serve. So we have a list of, sorry, my nose is so itchy. We have a list of thousands of people who have indicated an interest in surrogacy, people who have begun to fill out the application, people who have completed journeys before, people who have filled out the application, been ready to proceed, and then due to unforeseen circumstances, we're not able to. And so we can send your interview to them. We can send your video to them. We can put it in a blast email. So each week we send 3 emails out to all of these prospective people. And we include intended parents. We include biographies. We include Canva lookbooks. We include videos. We include interviews. And that way you aren't, exposed. That way you aren't on social and you're being viewed by people who are interested. And I really want to add that if you are curious, want more information about what being shared on social media means, I'm happy to have that conversation. And I would love for you to book a call with myself and Aaliyah, who is our Rematch Restart magician. We are getting people rematched. And if you aren't being selected, I take it personally. I take the failure personally. My job, CFC's job, is to sell you. Our job is to showcase you, to have you seen in the best and most positive light. If you have had unsuccessful transfers, that becomes tricky. If you have suffered miscarriages with a surrogate, that becomes tricky. Tricky is what I do best. Tricky is what I want to do best. It is my goal to find the trickiest matches surrogates. And so it's really, really important that you are working with my team, that you're working with myself, you're working with Aaliyah, you're working with your case coordinator. you are updating your information. If something in your situation changes, let us know. Uh, Surrogates are coming in based on the information we have. And if that information has changed, we risk losing a surrogate. We risk a surrogate saying, this isn't, I signed up for these people and they already have a child, and on their profile it said they didn't. And you all have gone forward and done a surrogacy with a sister, cousin, friend. And your situation is different. So please updating. Okay, questions are coming in already, so I will do questions. These intended parents have asked, I have a surrogate who reached out to me on social media. What should I do to reach out to her or see if this process would work with her? So it's really important, and I will tell you, for every reach out we get on social media, for every we get 100 reach outs and maybe one is good. So it's the needle in the haystack. So you want to reach out with you know boundaried communication. So, hey, my name is, I've added, and you'll add Aaliyah, you'll add myself, you'll add your coordinator, you'll add someone to the email so that they can then sort of scoop that person up and see if they qualify to be a surrogate. Are they located in Canada? Have they had children? Do they have stability in their life? Are they medically able to go forward? Really, really important that we, sort of are on the scene as quickly as possible so that we can take the questions and you're able to just insulate and focus on your relationship or potential relationship with this person. Second question that I have been waiting for 9 months and am thinking of not moving forward with the rematch. What should I do? So we get this question often, and what we say to people is, if you are wanting to look at an exit strategy, you've been waiting to get restarted for 9 months or more, because really restarting rematching is generally 6 months, sometimes up to 9. After that point, we are absolutely ready to engage in talking about moving to another agency, what a partial refund would look like. We want you to have a child. We would love for you to have a child within our program. And if that's not possible, we also understand that. So please reach out to us if you are, at that point of, moving on. And we respect that, and we value that you have even given us the opportunity to share share in the initial stages of your journey with you. Let's see. Can we have our name sent over? Sent to that list of surrogates, please. I'm reading the comment that says, can we have our profile sent to that list of surrogates, please? We are waiting to get rematched. Absolutely. Can you email me, as I'm not sure if your name here is the name we have for you. But absolutely, we can put you into our blast emails. We may already be doing that. And I'll be able to update you on our efforts thus far to get you rematched. The other thing that I want to really talk to this audience about. Sorry, I have one other question before I go on to that. Should I reevaluate my preferences for a surrogate and be less picky when choosing a surrogate? I've been waiting for a while. My number one advice for anyone pursuing surrogacy as an intended parent is this. If you see a profile and the surrogate lives on the moon and she's the right surrogate, then your surrogate lives on the moon. And I give that example because often people will say, well, I'd like a surrogate who lives within a couple of hours so I can go to appointments. And you're limiting yourself so much that you may see 1 out of 100 surrogates. If you live in Toronto and you say, I'd like a surrogate within 2 hours of Toronto, it isn't realistic. And maybe my team is nicer than I am, so they haven't really sort of explicitly told you that. However, the way to get matched is to say, I am open to a surrogate anywhere, including the moon, and they will know that we've spoken. And in terms of other criteria, we rely heavily on the fertility clinics we work with to determine what a suitable criteria would be. And so when you're seeing a profile, know that we have had that profile reviewed by your fertility clinic to assess this person's basic suitability. So, age, body mass index, number of C-sections, number of pregnancies, number of miscarriages, if applicable, number of previous surrogacy journeys, number of previous attempts at a surrogacy journey. And we have that information. So if you are seeing a profile, that has been, that surrogate's basic information and sometimes medical records have been vetted by your clinic. Now, all of that to say that when a match falls apart, when a journey is unsuccessful, when embryo transfers are unsuccessful, that really is, when a surrogate walks away, the beauty of surrogacy is that it's a human process. And the hardest part about surrogacy is it's a human process. And so our agency's mandate is to honor the people that are going to get pregnant. So to honor the surrogates. And that often means honoring them as they walk away, honoring them as they distance from our program because of a personal situation. And personal situation may be a child becoming, quite unwell, terminally unwell, relationship breakdown with their spouse or partner. It may mean that they've gotten a new job that it will not allow them any time off for a number of months. It may be an unplanned pregnancy. The list goes on and on. And so we support people walking away. We would rather them walk away before they're pregnant than for you to work with them and, it become a disaster. And so, it is really important. In terms of our pre-screening or pre-qualifying for surrogates, we have the surrogate fill out an application, a criminal record check. We do an interview with the surrogate. The surrogate does a psychosocial readiness screening, which is not a psychological assessment. That is completed by your fertility clinic. Although we do have readiness, and I'm ready today, and tomorrow my life falls apart. And so it is tricky because oftentimes intended parents will come back to us and they'll say to us, we are not, we feel like we were duped. She walked away. She ghosted us. Yes. We find that when people are embarrassed, when people feel shame about a decision they're making, when they're grieving, if they've, had a marital breakdown, we can't judge sort of the way they respond. We just know they're responding that way. And so for us, it's less important how it happened, more important how we're going to move you forward. Okay, I have another. Danny, I don't know. You have been more than patient. Please send me an email. Let's do an interview. Aaliyah is in the background. She's recording this video. Aaliyah, if you can reach out to Danny, let's get a video done, a video interview done right away. Okay, Danny, another Danny. You should be receiving if you're on our Restart Rematch list, you should be receiving profiles every Wednesday. If you are not, please check your junk folder. If there's nothing there, please reach out to me to ensure that we have your file noted correctly. Okay, minimum age requirement for surrogates is 21 as per Canadian law. And fertility clinics typically will work with surrogates up to and including age 47. I'm going to leave a moment for any further questions. We really wanted to just have a quick touch base with anyone that was able to jump on, and then for this video to be sent to everyone on Rematch list. And again, if you are on the Rematch Restart list, if you had a surrogate walk away, if you had failed or unsuccessful transfers, please reach out to myself and to Aaliyah. This video will be coming to you whether you registered or not. And, we want to get you rematched. There's often this question of, do you have, who sees the surrogates first? Is it Rematch? Is it new money clients? And really everyone, surrogates come into our program, as I said, 9 out of 10 surrogates are now coming in based on a couple they saw on our social platforms. And so if you aren't on our social platforms, you do have fewer surrogates to view, and our commitment is the same, whether you are comfortable on social media or not. Our commitment to you is to get you started as quickly as possible. And if we aren't getting you started, we are going to give you some tough talk on moving your embryos to a clinic in which surrogates are more interested in going to, changing your criteria of where your surrogate lives, or who she is. We are really going to press you because our goal is to get you rematched or restarted, and we know how to do that. So everyone, thank you so much for being a part of this webinar. Reach out to myself and Aaliyah with any questions or to schedule a social media interview. And thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of this short chat today.